Captain, you got to do another page or you won't be available to play
remember.
Back for Blood.
Do what now?
So you better do another page of homework so you can be able to play at Back for Blood later.
That's right.
Here comes Miss Elizabeth. We're getting a good amount of people in here. Oh, the Iron Plates. Oh, I wonder who that is.
Stogie Mania.
Stogie Mania. Everybody, yep, we're ready. Here comes Sean Odomsky. I'm telling you, this is the most people we've had in Zoom. And man, we got a lot of people going on here. People in YouTube, if you're there. No, nobody's in YouTube. Everybody's in here. Okay.
There was 9 waiting on YouTube.
Was there?
And it just started. Looks like the stream just started. So obviously it's on a delay from what we're seeing. But,
yeah. I'm going to give it a little time, let them see. Oh, there's my mom. Right now it says 0 viewers, but people are commenting, so it's just a little late.
Yeah, I'm seeing 7 waiting right now.
Cool. Excellent. And guys, if you guys are in the Zoom with me, if you could either watch the YouTube while we do it and mute it so I don't hear myself, or watch it after the show, I would greatly appreciate it. Anybody that's new to here, please subscribe to my channel. I don't get paid for this, but if you want to help me at all, the hour of watching the show back and subscribing will help me a lot. Thank you.
Let's go, baby.
And there's Gordon. Hey, Gordon, buddy, what's up? Hey, Mom. My mom's here. Hi, everybody. Have fun. Gordon from the page is ready. He's a wrestling fan, too. He's ready. We got 11 people in the Kahoot. So if you're new to this in the Zoom, just make sure that you're able to see the Zoom screen and the Kahoot screen on your phone or something at the same time, or vice versa on a laptop, as long as you have 2 different devices, because you're going to see the questions in the Zoom, but you're going to see the answers on your Kahoot, if that makes sense. Hey, Guido is here. Hello. Just got off from work. Thank you very much, Guido, for popping in, buddy. Stogie, the first Trivia Mania is about to begin. Stogie guy, I said watch the YouTube. He's not only watching, he's commenting. Thank you so much, my friend. Oh, and Yoda Muppets is too. Thank you guys. Yeah, if you guys can watch it, if you guys can get away with watching the YouTube while we do this, that'd be awesome. Because
what a bunch of damn are overachievers, man. These guys
that's Sean. That's what I need. It's the only begging I can do. That's all I can hope for.
Look, I'm helping out.
Help out.
Hey, man, aim low.
Because you ever hear the song from Soul Asylum, and it says nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. All right. Well, that's this. If they see more viewers on here, they're going to be like, wait, something
14 watching now. 14 watching
they're
now.
They're like, something's pretty cool happening. Look at all these people. Steve Seville, my former student.
Let's go.
Former 80's music champion, Steve Seville is here. He can't get his laptop up, but you're here anyway to watch. Thank you, sir. There's my friend Sean Hill. Die by the sword. I know that guy. He's gonna play Back for Blood with us at some point. All right, so we're doing pretty good in there. What do you say? Make sure you're in the Kahoot, and I'll get this party started. Actually, how I wanted it to start.
Real heat right there.
Yeah, and you know what wouldn't happen to Nikolai Volkov? A fat dude in sweatpants wouldn't be able to knock his ass down if he came into the ring like that Seth Rollins the other night. Get the hell out of here.
Hey, that dude owed him money.
Man, come on. I'm not even going to get started with this, but I'm so mad. I've been watching wrestlers put the boots to fans for years. That was embarrassing. A referee came in and broke that shit.
He did blindside him, but then when he was on the ground, Rollins just rolled around like he was
like a fish.
Like he was freaking out for a second.
Like he was freaking out, and he did get blindsided. But I've seen a lot of them get blindsided. They're never prepared.
That guy came out. It was pretty entertaining. The guy's a bit of a nutbag.
Was that guy fast as shit for like being completely?
He was a pretty big dude. He had his belly hanging out of his shirt, and he
was running like 80 miles an hour regardless.
Nothing tops Roddy Piper having to have the Kevlar leather jacket.
Now, if that was the Hart family at the Hall of Fame, that dude had no chance.
Yeah, they beat that guy's
ass.
Oh,
my God. Yeah, that you needed some older guys in there like they did that. All right, so, guys, I have 12
Our generation of wrestlers would have cracked that guy's skull.
Make sure you're in the Kahoot, because sometimes it kicks you out after a while. Make sure you guys are in. 449-4109, and we'll get started. Right now I see Wes, Miss Elizabeth, McMahon, Mad Mike, Warrior, Stogie Mania, Fred, Simply Ravishing, Zoot, Jay Green, Iron Plate, Sword, S-Word, and 5 Count. So if you're not in it, get in it because we're starting, baby.
Let's go.
And we're gonna
Let's
start.
go.
We're gonna start. This is almost unfair. Which of these wrestlers displayed their dominance by demanding a 5 count? That's the first question.
Oh.
Which of these wrestlers demanded dominance by demanding a 5 count? You guys are like, who's Seth Rollins? Yeah, I know. Not old school. He's not 80s.
Oh,
He's a great guy. He's like one of my favorites that are out now, by the way, though. One of my favorites. But I just thought, and he had him in that front face lock.
Well, he needs to stop asking his fans for money on Facebook.
You know what? Little catfisher.
Little catfisher.
So what?
Okay, I missed that one already.
All right, so okay,
It doesn't
so
let me answer.
what happened?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. So make sure that on the Kahoot you're looking at the answers and it's King Kong Bundy. You want to hit the red one. So good job,
Not the
6 of you.
screen.
Let's see where that put us. Who's Miss Elizabeth? Is that I'm scrolling through.
Oh, look at the scoreboard. That seems appropriate, though.
Miss Elizabeth is that is appropriate. Is that amazing or what? It's
me.
Is that you, Jem?
It's Jem.
I thought so. Welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome. Excellent name, by the way. Perfect choice. Miss Elizabeth. If you're
I
going to pick
almost
a
went with that
female,
one myself.
you got to pick Miss Elizabeth. Perfect choice.
Of course.
Or there is no or. That's it. She was with Macho Man. There's nothing better than Miss Elizabeth. I tried.
I'm
to
having
find
technical difficulties again.
That's all right. Listen, we all do. That's the name of my trivia. All right, so 5 count. You are in the lead right now. Next one, number 2. Before becoming the African Dream, Akeem was better known as which wrestler?
Oh.
Like I said, the first 5 I'm starting off pretty relaxed for you. Pretty relaxed.
All I see is shapes. There's like red, blue.
Yeah,
I don't
you
have
got,
any-
but you have to on the Zoom screen. I'm sharing a screen. That's where the question is.
Right. The question, but where are the answers?
They're on the same screen as the question. They
You got to
should
look at the Zoom.
in the Zoom.
You gotta love the elephants.
This happened to me the first week.
Yeah, it takes time to get it all working together.
It's got to be hard to do on one device if you're just going back and
I
forth.
don't think he's on one device, is he?
Who?
Yeah, I am.
Oh, is it a phone?
Yes.
You
Yeah,
almost
that's
need to
like
have a computer and a phone.
nearly impossible to do.
You need like 2 screens.
Yeah, you need 2 screens really to make it work. Do you have a laptop maybe?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, maybe get on the Kahoot there and stay on the Zoom here or vice versa.
Yeah, that way you could at least see the questions. Come on.
Let's see. A lot of you said King Kong Bundy. Excellent job. What about next? One Man Gang. OMG. One Man Gang. Yeah, the original OMG. All right, Jem is back. So it was One Man Gang. Very good, George Gray. And he somehow pulled off with Slick being from Africa. It worked. He took a goofy gimmick and made it work. So let's see.
So I should go to Kahoot on the computer?
Yeah, you can do it either way as long as you can see the Zoom. Most of you guys, don't you prefer to do Zoom on the computer and Kahoot on the phone? Is that the better way?
Yeah,
that's the way I do it. But I guess if you got them both, it doesn't really matter.
Probably
All right, one
does-
sec. Give me
Probably,
1 second.
probably doesn't matter.
Wherever
Never float your boat, bro.
All right. Who was pinned in 9 seconds at WrestleMania 1? Who was pinned in 9 seconds at WrestleMania 1? And I put 9 seconds in quotation because it was really about 25 to 30 seconds. Look at the picture. I can't do it. I can't do it.
All right, I'm gonna join the meeting on the computer.
Gotcha. I'll look out for you popping in.
Send me that link again, or the ID. Hold on, I got it.
Oh, I got one. Oh,
You got me on that one.
really? Remember King
Yeah,
Kong Bundy splashed SD Jones? 9 seconds.
I didn't remember that.
Baby.
For some reason, I went old school. I went Iron Mike Sharp.
Well,
I am
it's
He
a
was
getting-
the punching bag of pro wrestling back in the day,
Pestered
wasn't
like
he?
crazy from my Facebook.
Yeah.
Look at those
Iron
four
Mike Sharp
answers.
was Canada's greatest athlete.
Look at
You guys
those
are
four
crazy.
answers. Any of them could have lost in under 10 seconds. You're right. I mean,
Very true.
that's why I picked them. But yeah, it was ST Jones. Yeah, and you know how I heard about this? A 976 number, because we didn't get pay-per-views for the first WrestleMania. We weren't in an area that had it, so I had to call this 976 number every 10 minutes for updates. And it was like ST Jones lost, and I'm like, no shit.
I just paid $5 for that shit.
Yeah.
You sure that was a wrestling number?
What's
That's
that?
funny as hell.
You sure that was a wrestling number?
You know what? One
No, he was
time.
calling Miss Cleo.
No, Captain. One time I called a different number by accident, and I got a woman talking about mountains. Her that's, and I handed it to my dad. I said, "Dad, I don't know what this is. She keeps talking about her mountains." I swear to God, that's a true story. It was a 976 line,
All right.
and
Jordan, I'm gonna leave.
and
I'm gonna
my
leave this
dad
right
is-
now and then.
my dad is like, "You called the wrong number."
That's funny.
Mountains, like that's the best. Shit. That was the best they were offering back then. Wow.
They had the B team working that night.
Yeah, that was the B team.
Yeah, the rest were watching WrestleMania.
All right, I think I'm good.
No, it wasn't the night of WrestleMania though. Thank God. No, WrestleMania I got the number right. The only other time I killed was when I tried to win the Batmobile off MTV. That cost my family like over $100 because I didn't know it cost money. I didn't win the Batmobile either, by the way, in case you're wondering. I didn't get it. Let's see where we're at now. 5 count, Simply Ravishing, Mad Mike's, Sergeant Zoo, and Fred Mysterio. Top 5.
I think I'm good now. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, but you have an echo.
All right, I'm gonna get out of this Zoom.
Oh no, you have to stay in the Zoom or else you won't see the screen.
No, I got the Zoom on my computer.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're double zooming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly like I thought.
That's the problem.
All right.
Gordon wrote 1-900 Big Love. That might have been it. I don't know. I don't know. But I swear it was an accident to this day. Like the Batmobile was no accident. That was an accident. Weeda wants to know if those numbers still work. I don't.
Try, man.
I don't know. You can give it a shot tonight, but if it
They
costs,
still do.
they still do. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, where did we leave off? We went completely off track. Okay, which of these wrestlers? Oh, I'm gonna mute. Yeah, let me mute him. All right.
There you go.
Which of these wrestlers was discovered, quote unquote, as a fan sitting at ringside? Which of these guys was discovered as a fan just sitting at ringside? I believed that shit when I was a kid too. I believed this guy was just sitting in the audience, and they pulled him out.
Got me on this one, man.
Wasn't it
I
the big
remember this
rat?
Yeah, this is a guess for me.
Yeah.
That was
Jeez.
an earthquake.
Should have gone with my first guess because it turned out to be right.
Damn it.
God damn it.
Hillbilly Jim. Yo, every week on wrestling, they would be like, "Who is that guy in the audience? He looks like he." You know what Hillbilly Jim looks
A
like?
hillbilly.
Yeah,
A
he
huge
looks
guy.
like a hillbilly. So they kept talking about him, and as me at home, I'm thinking, wow, look at the way that guy's dressed. Not thinking it was completely set up, blah blah blah. But yeah, then eventually Hogan trained him and brought him into the ring. Because one time, finally, Hillbilly Jim had enough. He saw some bad shit going down, so he jumped from just like the guy the other night with Seth Rollins, just like that. He jumped over the railing and started beating the shit out of I forget who was putting the boots to Hogan or whatever, but he went in to help. So
Who's this 6'10" guy in overalls
Yeah.
at every wrestling event
At
in
every-
every
and-
city?
yo, every city too. This guy travels the city in overalls, and
I
I'm
love
buying it hook, line, and sinker at 7 years of age.
Oh, dude, it was
That's
it was real.
And then what came? Uncle Elmer came next.
Uncle Elmer, yeah, Uncle Elmer's wedding was on Saturday Night Meat. Remember that? Oh my God.
Oh, that was classic.
Yeah, that was good stuff. There was a pig in it.
Yeah.
The fuck? So, all right.
Was
So,
it Cousin Jethro was the smaller guy or something like that?
what's that? No, Cousin Luke. They had they had Haas, they had Cousin Luke, they had Elmer, they had Hillbilly Jim. Then you had the Funks, Terry Funk, Jimmy Jack Funk. They had a literal hoedown at one point. Yeah.
The Muppets had the Rainbow Connection. WWE has the Hillbilly Connection.
There were so many cowboys, Indians, and hillbillies. All right, so you guys know who play this all the time. Every fifth question, I put a picture that slowly pops up. Tonight, the theme is going to be bizarre wrestlers. I used to have a wrestling page called Baxter's Wrestling Circuit. It actually still exists. I just don't do shit with it. That's what it was all about. It was about bizarre wrestlers. So let's see if you can identify it. It's going to come up slowly. So take your time if you have to. You got a lot of people said Hillbilly Jim and Lloyd. Very good. Look at you guys. Killing it. Yo, Steve Seville, I bet you would be and once again, you're a young guy. I bet you would impress a lot of people just like you did the music in this, if you were able to get in here.
World class.
Oh,
Let's go.
I got that one wrong.
I had to wait it out, man. I couldn't see anything, and then
Same.
You know what I did? It's actually a picture. They did an article in Sports Illustrated. I don't know if you guys remember the one when Hogan was on the cover. And that was when I was 100% sure the sport was legitimate. I knew damn well right then if Sports Illustrated is covering it, all my friends were wrong, and this shit was real. But that picture right there hooked me to the missing link, and they used that for Sports Illustrated. It's kind of like a famous picture. I had the poster from a magazine when I was younger. I was giving you a little background of the picture before the face, so I wanted you to wait though, just in case. Let's see who got it. Ian, you're still in the lead. 5 count.
I got knocked out. I for sure thought
Sorry,
that was
Steve.
the great the Muda.
You know what? I let a little paint show a little bit to make you think that. Oh, if you're also new to playing tonight, I'm a bastard. How about that? I'm a legit. You know, everything that Trebek was, I'm the opposite. I try to throw curveballs left and right, but I try to keep it fair. So 5 count, you're in the lead. Number 6. Who was the winner of the first official Royal Rumble? Now, there was a Royal Rumble that was on USA Channel, and it was free the first time. It was awesome. That one. There was a dark match they did a little bit before that. I'm not talking about that one. We'll talk about that after. Who won the first official Royal Rumble? Before you pick the Giant,
on my neck of the woods, baby.
Giant does not lose battle royals. They didn't even stick him in. Yeah, because I think if they stuck a face Andre in a Royal Rumble, I don't think you can figure out a way to get him out. But do you guys remember the Royal Rumble where Andre was in? Do you remember how they got him out? Remember what he was afraid of?
Wasn't Jake the Snake?
Snake Robert.
5 count. You nailed it. Yeah. Jake the Snake brought the snake in, and Andre is horrified of snake. But
he ran over the rope.
yeah. he was so scared, and Bobby Heenan looked almost embarrassed. But
I've never seen Andre run so fast.
that was it with the snake. That was his Achilles heel. He was so afraid
That
of
was the
snakes.
best acting job ever.
Yeah, he was pretty good at that, being scared of snakes. Yeah, if it was an act, he was a good actor, man. But the reason I said official is because there was a dark match that Pat Patterson threw beforehand to kind of get out the kinks. Does anybody know who won that one? Out of curiosity,
One man gang.
who said that? 5 count, dude.
He's on it, bro.
Ian, you're killing it. Absolutely, you're killing it. Yeah, it was the one man gang. All right, I'm gonna double up now. Do you remember who he threw out the win?
Oh man.
Big boss.
Want to say Butch Reed possibly?
Kamala.
JYD.
That's where it was.
I'm almost
Yes.
positive. You know what? Double check me later
No,
on
it
that.
was JYD.
Double check me later, but I'm pretty sure it was Junkyard Dog. But yeah, so that was the dark match, which I never heard about that until a few years ago, though. I didn't know about that when I was younger. So either they kept it under wraps for a while, or I was just in the dark. There was no 976 number for it, I guess.
I heard about it on the JR podcast.
Was it like within like the past 5-10 years?
Oh yeah. It was,
Yeah, me too.
well,
I was going to say,
yeah.
I never heard. I found that so interesting, though, that there was like a dark Royal Rumble. Yeah, I thought that was cool. Ian, by the way, were you on my wrestling page before, Baxter Circus?
No.
No. Okay. Well, don't join now. But I mean, you can if you. That shit's from 2013. But yeah, you know what? Go join it. Me and you. I'll post and you like and let's revive it. All right. So
There
what's
you go.
next? Oh, this is a good one. Now, I feel like all of them were WWF. Right. All right. So, who wore the shirt? I broke Wahoo's leg. Who wore the shirt? I broke Wahoo's leg.
Ooh.
It's a great shirt. I got to get this shirt, by the way. I completely forgot about how cool this shirt would be to walk around in.
I don't know if I got this one.
This one's awesome. I just remember you telling stories about it and all.
Oh baby.
Greg Valentine. So I put two guys in there with great figure four leg locks to try and throw you.
Yep.
And I thought Terry Funk would just break a leg doing anything.
Yeah.
and maybe Piper hit him with a bagpipe. I don't know. But good job, guys. Yeah, the Hammer, Greg the Hammer. Yo, Guido, you're right. I put Stud as an answer on the first one. He was the second winner. You're absolutely right. Then that Hulk Hogan had to win 3 and 4. He finally realized the Royal Rumble was cool, and he's like, "Oh, I got to win that too, twice." Jerk off. So anyway,
speaking of a Royal Rumble, if I remember clearly, Jesse Hart won one once because he hid under the ring or something like that, or maybe might not have been Jesse. Somebody hid under the ring.
Or you mean Bret Hart? Jesse who?
Or Owen
Jimmy
Hart?
Jimmy Hart won a battle royal like that.
Yeah, who was it that hid under the ring?
Yeah,
and
that was Jimmy Hart.
I remember. I
you must. Yeah, I think you're remembering Jimmy, but he was never. But they
wasn't
did
Royal Rumble though.
Yeah, no, they did that a few times though. That's what Rumble was my favorite. I loved it growing up, but after a while, it was like, oh yeah, the one guy ran out of the ring almost the entire match, then came back at the end. That's bullshit. You have to have some sort of rules for these Rumbles, right? I mean, like. These guys get away with anything. Oh, he's been laying outside the ring for 2 hours, and then he pops in and wins. They lost me on that. I'm an old school Rumble fan. Steve wrote Piper. No, it was actually Greg the Hammer Valentine. Great. Dude, he got so much heat for that, too, because people were big Wahoo McDaniel fans.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Good stuff. So 7 of you got it. Congratulations. Great shirt. Great shirt. What's next? Oh, and then on the back of the shirt said, "No more Wahoo." It was just a simple black shirt. It looked like I made it like in my basement. It was so cheap, but it worked. The Midnight Rider. After losing a loser leaves town match, who returned under a mask as the Midnight Rider? Another classic angle in pro wrestling. They have to leave town. They come back with a mask. And Kahoot decided to put a picture of a dog looking at a spider. Very appropriate.
Solid choice. Solid choice.
No fooling you guys.
It's the Midnight Rider, baby.
Dusty, yeah. The lisp, the body. How's he going to get away with that shit? He's not even close.
Still over.
And he had like the curly hair hanging out of it and shit.
You know what killed it? I know. But you know what killed it? Every place he went, they kept trying to rip his mask off, and the fact that the heels couldn't get... Like, it just was such a great... I love that whole thing, but it's just funny looking at Dusty come out. Or Andre the Giant coming out as the Machine. Stuff like that. That was always hilarious. Trace and Steve, very good. Dusty, they said. Very good. Yeah, the loser leave town versus Kevin Sullivan, and he decided to not leave town. Who else I put there? Magnum, TA, Sting, Tully. That could have been any of them, right? 5 count, you're still in the lead, but Simply Ravishing, you are right behind.
On the heels.
On the heels. And Sean, what year were you born again?
1989.
This is impressive. Most impressive.
That is impressive.
Most impressive.
Just be watching. I'm just a straight up nerd, bro.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Oh, I gotta flip the page. Hold on. Number 9. Which of these wrestlers was a teacher outside of the ring? Which of these wrestlers was a teacher for his? No, we don't say it out loud. We're playing. we're playing a multiple choice game with people.
You're like the guy who walks into a bar late for trivia.
You can't say the answer.
Starts yelling shit.
Yeah,
it was the revolting blob, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, from
That's
Happy
such a
Days.
Supposed to be a stunt.
I mean, from Billy Madison.
He was supposed to pinch my leg.
Supposed to pinch my leg. Oh man. Oh, Hogan came back. Remember when Hogan came back with his mask too? Oh my God. George the Animal Steel. Yes. George the Animal.
He was a college professor, wasn't he?
What's that?
He was a college professor, wasn't
In
he?
Michigan, he was like a
Football
phys ed.
coach.
Yeah, he's a football coach and also like a phys ed teacher.
Okay.
Yeah. But do you guys remember this? Whenever I think of George the Animal Steel, I remember a skit on, like, I think it was Tuesday Night Titans, where they tried to give him shock therapy to make him normal. Do you guys remember this? They did, and they zapped him a few times, and all of a sudden he goes from going, huh? He goes, how now, brown cow? And everything's cool, but then all of a sudden they shock him one too many times and he flips out.
Yeah.
That was awesome. All of you got that. Very good. Very good. How now, brown cow? I'm almost positive that's what he said. It was something ridiculous. Revolting blob.
I see a lot of YouTube searching on that later tonight.
Revolting blob for the win. Yeah, we got a lot of YouTube searching, fact checking at the end of this. So 5 count, very good. Simply Ravishing, very good. And Mad Mike Warrior and Mysterio, you are all still in it. We got lots of questions left. So, name the wrestler. So here he comes. It's going to pop up slowly. Another weird, bizarre type wrestler. Let's see who it is. I forget. I can't remember who I put here. Oh, I got it. Oh, I made a mistake with this. The first thing I put up.
Oh, baby.
The first thing I put up actually had his name on the shorts. I didn't realize that.
Oh, damn.
That's a big boy.
Yeah. There he is. My man Abdullah.
Man.
Could fit coins right in his head from all those valleys. Horrendous.
No.
But
I look at guys like that, and I'm like, that's why I'll never shave my head.
You're afraid of looking like Abdullah the Butcher?
Dude, from football and then from
you're saying you have
everything.
a lot of.
Oh, dude.
I don't know. I don't know if you got Abdullah scars though. Those are.
Dude, are you kidding me? I shaved my head one time. Somebody said I look like a damn Sharpay. And I'm like, I ain't doing that again.
Sharpays are cute. Maybe they were hitting on you.
Yeah, all right.
Oh, I remember, Brian, once you got stitches in your head and they broke the needle off in the back of your head. You were so drunk.
That too.
I'm so glad. The fact that I have both you together on this now is tremendous.
I was hoping he was muted on that one.
Brian's like, "Are you really telling that story right now?" And Andy's like, "Yep, yes, I am." 5 count, you're still in the lead.
Hey.
Oh my God.
There's another fight.
What's that?
Referee? There's another one. Remember the old referee, Dick Worley?
Dick Worley makes an appearance tonight, by the way. Okay, go ahead.
Well, he actually contacted Brian years ago to join wrestling. He was almost in the WWF.
CZW. Brian, right? CZW?
I did try for CZW, but before that, Dick Worley saw me, I think, like at a football game or something.
You know what's funny?
I was down in Pennsville, and he's like, when you turn 18, you should come give me a call and all.
Yeah, Dick Worley's from that's for you never told me that before. I'm kind of mad.
It was just one of them weird
Could have been known
things.
as the Sharpay.
Yeah, I didn't never heard that. Maybe I heard
that was the gimmick he was going to go with too.
Yeah, he was going to be the Sharpay.
He dialed the 976 number instead of Dick Worley's number.
That was a weird night.
No, it was just like
he's like this. Dick
He heard Dick Worley.
Dick Worley.
Yeah, it was all like insurance and stuff like that too.
So yeah, Brian, it's funny because I actually had my dermatologist appointment tonight. Dick Worley went to, he died a few years ago, but he went to my dermatologist, and I kept trying to arrange my appointment so I could meet him. But, doctor-patient confidentiality, I guess, you couldn't make that happen. But, yeah, he went there. I thought that was neat. The fact that he asked you to be a wrestler, that's a fantastic story. We learned so much on Trivia Night. So what we have, Abdullah the Butcher. Abdullah, by the way, he's Canadian. I don't know if you guys remember that. He's really from Canada. All right, so along with Big... Number 11, along with Big John Studd, who was the other wrestler that cut Andre's hair? Who cut Andre's hair with Big John Studd? I'll tell you who Andre's partner was, S.D. Jones. That's why he got his hair cut. He picked a shitty partner.
I got this one wrong.
I think I might have got this one wrong, too.
This is a tough one.
I think I picked wrong on this.
I did too.
Lots of changes could be made here.
Yeah, I got this one wrong.
Yeah.
Guys, no harm, no foul, though. Yeah, Ken Patera was in there.
There went my streak.
That's all right, though. Nobody
Here
else
goes.
got it.
What do you get for a reward? A burger at a Burger King or something?
Oh, yeah, remember Patera? Patera went to jail for breaking.
I thought it was
And
yeah,
Mr.
I thought it was
Saito.
true.
And they took out like 5 cops before it went, so they did a nice job.
And all them cops are like, I thought wrestling was fake.
Yeah. Those are another 2 guys that would not have gotten tackled by that guy in sweatpants last night.
Oh,
I'm just gonna
no.
point that out.
No.
No.
Now, was it only Ken Patera that went to jail?
Yeah, Patera went to jail. And then remember he came back and they tried to make him a face. They made him a good guy. Just didn't work. Didn't work.
Yeah,
Didn't
he's
work.
not a nice guy.
Yeah, he had to be the bad guy. All right, let's see where we're at after that. Nowhere, right? Nothing happened. Nothing happened. So what about in the... Guido said Bundy. Steve said I would have said Morocco. All right, so... I said this earlier. If you're from the wrestling page, if you're here because you're new and you're not on the 80s Toy page, join the 80s Toy page if you want. But if not, least case, could you please hit that subscribe button on the YouTube channel? I'm always looking for subscribers. You have to be signed into YouTube for it to work, by the way, though. Just so a little note that I found out the hard way. And watch this. If you're watch it again. Watch it 3 times. Give me some hours. I'm so close. I got 1,000 subscribers. I need 4,000 hours. If we do well enough tonight, we just might hit it tonight. If 300 people jump on for the next hour. Or I'll hit it in 2 weeks. All right, no problem. That's fine. I don't think we're getting 300 people in the next hour. So where are we at now?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, I doubt it though, but we'll see. Junkyard Dog. Who's a big fan of the Junkyard Dog? What word did the Junkyard Dog have on the back of his wrestling trunks? What word?
I almost said this earlier.
You almost said the word?
Said it out loud.
You almost said the word?
Yeah.
I was afraid of that tonight because some of the way I word things, people are going to be like, oh, Junkyard Dog, and they just want to say this word. Let's see if you know it.
Because it's hilarious. I don't know. I mean, why? Like, what?
There he is.
Why?
There's a Junkyard Dog.
The dog from Men in Black.
It was Thump.
Oh,
Some people
got
put
me on that
cakes.
one.
Well, that was a song. Get them cakes.
Grab them
he
cakes.
had those cakes.
Grab them cakes. That's why I put it. I was like, maybe at one point he put cakes on his butt, and then he sung the song and said, "Grab them," But no, it was Thump, and it's actually because that was his move was the power slam, so that was the Thump. He was thumping people.
The Thump.
Yeah, Thump. Let's see.
By the way, that dog is what I look like when I shave my head.
That wasn't a bad looking dog. I don't know why you keep shitting on Shar-Peis and good looking dogs like that. I think you should go in that direction. I think you would like it. I think you'd be. That's
the gimmick they were going to give you there, Brian. Was Junkyard Shar-Pei. You were going to do the hump instead of the
drunken midget.
The hump.
Oh God.
The speed hump.
The little dog has. Yeah, your trunks would have hump on the back of them.
I would have went out there looking like a traffic barrel.
Oh.
It would have been good. So where are we at? Oh my God! So
Can't catch this fella,
you're
man.
still in the lead.
He's too quick. He's too quick on the trigger.
He's
I can't
fast,
catch him.
yeah. Where are we at? Oh, how about the Fabulous Freebirds?
Hey.
Which of these wrestlers was not one of the original 3 members of the Fabulous Freebirds? These guys are great. You want to talk about heat? These guys down in Dallas, they had trouble getting out of that place sometimes. That was legitimate, like, fear. Like, people love those Von Erichs. I never understood the Von Erichs, but I'm not from Dallas.
And they're big in Israel too. That just blew my mind.
Where the Freebirds are, or the Von Erichs?
Von Erichs.
No shit. Wow, yeah. I didn't know that. Look, I'm learning stuff too tonight. It's a one big educational experience.
Must went Garvin.
Yeah, Jimmy Garvin, Buddy Jack Roberts, Terry Bam Bam, and Michael P. Yep. I know you. What's the PS stand for?
Purely sexy.
You got it. You got it. Which is hilarious. What a funny ass nickname to have. It was Jimmy Garvin, who eventually was a part of the Freebirds, but not in the beginning.
WCW, yeah.
You see, that's all I remember him as, and that's why I'm like,
Yeah, no,
I'm doing so bad.
This is good. Yeah, this is tight between 5 Count and Simply Ravishing. This is pretty exciting. But anything can happen. All of a sudden, you guys know this. All of a sudden, 3rd, 4th, and 5th can jump up in no time. We just have to find 5 Count Steel Magnolias.
Yeah, Steel Magnolia question.
Yeah, that was DJ. DJ Elliott was leading the whole time, and then Steel Magnolias came on, and boom, movie trivia went to Yoda Muppets. It was just like that. But I don't know if 5 Count has a weakness. He's strong. I sense a strong force in this one. Speaking of Ravishing Rick Rude, which I wasn't, but he's here tonight.
Right.
Ravishing Rick Rude was shot down by the wife of which wrestler? This one's kind of a softball. Which igniting one of the best feuds of 80s wrestling. So who shot down the wife of which wrestler shot down Ravishing Rick Rude and started that awesome feud? One of my favorite feuds. I thought this one was great.
It was great.
Or Olivia Newton-John. Yes, that's another Achilles heel. Guido put Garvin. Steve
I hit the
Seville.
wrong one.
Kerry was the... Oh, Kerry Von Erich you're talking about. How... 5 Count. How crazy was it? I don't know when you learned this information, that Kerry Von Erich was operating with half a friggin' foot.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Yeah, when I found that out, it was early 2000s, probably, maybe late 90s. But, like, I never would have thought that in the WWE when he was Texas Tornado. That
how do you go out? How do you tie on a boot? I still don't understand it. But here's the funny thing about it, though. When I used to do the Baxter's Wrestling Circus, this one guy said, I have videotape of him getting it ripped off back in, I think it was World Class, though. And I said, I heard there's videotape of that. And I think it was Colonel De Beers. I can't remember. Or it might have been an AWA event. It was something. And I've never seen it. It's a lost videotape. This guy kept saying, I'm going to get it to you. Needless to say, yeah. It's in the mail. It's in the mail, I guess. But yeah, so what a crazy story that was, that Kerry Von Erich lost his foot and was wrestling without. So some of you put, you thought Miss Elizabeth. That was a good guess. But no, Miss Elizabeth did not.
Yeah, it was either him or Jake Roberts, but I went with Jake.
Yeah, Cheryl Roberts. And then remember Rick Rude, he wore her face on his tights.
That's one of my favorite things a heel has ever done.
It's unbelievable. To put his opponent's wife on his tights.
Right on his crotch.
And no one's really done it since either.
I knew the answer and I misclicked. I'm so mad.
I still remember that scene when it first happened. Me and my brothers and like my cousin were watching, and we were just all like, "Oh my God, did you see that?"
Absolute animal.
We could not believe that went down in the audience.
So savage.
Saturday Morning Superstars.
That was it was great. Yeah, it was like they knew how to tell stories. They created feuds, and you know how many belts were involved in that? None.
0.
You know how many belts were involved with Piper versus Snuka? None. They were the greatest feuds of all time. Now it's like, you got to put the belt on him. They got like.
Well, they've talked to Jake about that, and he was like, I didn't need a belt.
Same with Piper. Piper said the same thing.
I'm drawing money, man.
All Jake wanted was running the main event team just to wrestle the champion.
Yeah,
just so you get that money.
True. And he was supposed to do that with Hogan too. That was
a bit of politics, man.
That was set up, but it never came to be. But he was.
Well, you know what they were afraid of, and this is all I've heard. Like I said, this could be speculation, but they were afraid that Jake's pop was going to be bigger than Hulk's in a couple of cities.
It's 100% true.
He was also supposed to do Warrior too. but then Warrior ended up getting fired after.
Yeah, got
SummerSlam.
himself in trouble.
That's what it was. You know what? You're right, Five. You're right.
He wrote that
was supposed to
stupid
be
letter.
the next in line to have a nice, finally get his championship because Hogan's out of it. Maybe not win it, but have a nice feud with the Warrior over it, and then Warrior just. Well, we know he lost his.
Tanked it. Yeah.
He lost his marbles again.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that was a great feud. But it's just amazing how people change belts left and right nowadays. They can't create a storyline. Back then, all you needed was Cheryl Roberts in the audience and some tights with her face
One's
on it.
for Rick.
Yeah. JYD, Freebirds, Rick Rude. Oh, name the wrestler. Here we go.
Hey.
Another weird wrestler. Another oddball. That's the theme of the night. Jake the Snake. Look at all the snakes you put up there. Very good. My mom put Savage. Good guess because of Miss Elizabeth. Half the people put Savage.
Oh, you set me up on this one, dude.
Wait.
Yeah, shit.
I missed it. Did this pop up slowly or did I forget to make it pop up?
Nah, it came up instantly.
It came. Oh, I screwed it up. Oops. I'm sorry.
Wrong one.
It was supposed to come up slowly and make you think it was Crazy Luke Graham or Boogie Woogie Man because of the hair.
Oh yeah, the guy just popped up immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh okay. Whoever gets it first.
Well,
I
it
guess.
still threw us off.
Still got it wrong
down
with
there. They
Rex.
look.
You could put his name on. I still would have gotten it wrong.
Wait, 5 count. Did you get that one wrong?
Yeah.
Who did you pick? Rex?
I picked Rex. I saw Moondog. I was like, shit. I saw Spot. I'm like, damn it.
I told you I'm a bastard. Yeah, that was Moondog
Yeah.
Spot. Now,
Was there really a difference between the two?
yeah,
Yes.
Randy Colley
Yeah, like
and Larry
3 feet.
Latham. Yeah, they were. Randy Colley looked a little bit rougher. And here's a fun fact. 5 count might know this. Who did Randy? What other team was Randy Colley a part of for a brief moment before he was replaced? Huge team.
Oh, I know, yeah.
Who is it?
Demolition.
You know it, my man. You know what? I was
Yeah.
going to use that question tonight. I thought it was a little too obscure, but Randy Colley was Crusher Khrushchev, Barry Darso. Before,
Yep.
how crazy that it's like,
Fucking
yeah.
nuts.
There's an actual
People
picture
mad.
of him with it. It's weird looking, but no. And here's the thing about Moondog Spot: died in the ring. And they have video. You guys are going to be YouTubing the shit out of things tonight. But Larry Latham had a heart attack right in the ring, and they thought he was selling it, and they kept kicking him.
Jack, I'm pretty certain you used him as your profile picture for a bit of time under the Jack Baxter moniker.
I did. Yeah.
It was on PlayStation when we would play games
That's
online.
what it was. Moondog Spot. Yeah. But imagine, I don't know, that story, that creeps me out, the fact that he was like in the ring having a heart attack and people just kept kicking him thinking it was real. Unbelievable.
Show must go on, they say.
The show must go on.
Oh, there we go.
Sean.
Moondog Spot.
Sean, I am thoroughly impressed. I really am.
Bro,
Just like I was with Steve Seville.
I don't know much, man. I'm a simple man.
But you did your homework through videotapes. You were studying VHS
Well, I've been
tapes.
doing my homework since 1993.
That's what
bro.
I'm
Just
saying.
Watching, old tapes my brother had.
I'm impressed.
Things like that. But yeah, I just, this is what I like.
But I don't want to scare you guys, but Fred Mysterio has been slowly creeping up on the two of you.
He is.
In the past.
He thinks he went low key with his mask on.
The loser leaves town match and he's back. Yeah, there he is.
I love it. He's still wearing it, dude. It's not hot or anything, dude. He's still got it on. He hasn't broke gimmick or nothing.
He's
bro.
committed. I love it.
More like a loser goes back to Jersey.
Hey, when you're a luchador, you don't take that mask off. It's more important than your own family.
Life.
More important than life. You got it. That's your life. So Ravishing Rick Rude, Larry Latham, what jobber? Oh, Rowdy Roddy Piper. Now he's got a lot of great Piper Pits segments. The coconut, obviously. I almost put the shaving of the Haiti kid's head tonight. I didn't know how to word that, so I didn't. So
I don't think you're allowed to talk about that anymore.
I'm not even allowed to say. I was afraid to use the word midget. I didn't know what I was allowed to say.
Piper would have been canceled, man.
Yeah, I didn't want to get canceled. So, but so I went with this one. This one might be my favorite one. I don't know why, but I love this one. He had a jobber on. Don't say the name because that's the question. He had a jobber, and he sat there, and just asked him, why do you lose and suck so bad? That's pretty much the extent of the interview. And then at the end, he said, just when you think they've got the answers, I changed the questions. It's that interview. Who was the jobber? I love it. This is one of my favorite ones.
He did just roast this poor guy the whole time he was there.
He's like, I have heart. I try my hardest every week.
It was great, dude.
Steve said, holy shit, is Fred Mysterio wearing a mask? Absolutely.
Oh, he hasn't taken it
Mom
off,
said
dude. It's
Moondog,
awesome.
Steve Moondog, and Guido Moondog. Very good, guys. Excellent, guys and ladies.
Let's go.
Steve says, not only do I love pro wrestling, I love talking about me too. That's I really need to watch how long I take with talking about shit because it's whoa, we got a lot of people. Yeah, it was Frank Williams, but any of those other guys easily could have filled that role.
That poor bastard. He's like, well, I do my best every time I go in there. And he just kept at him, dude. He's just like, I do you don't want a piece of me. The guy was mumbling the whole time. Dude.
And Piper just slowly turns around and then just beats the hell out of him and makes it even worse.
I had it pictured in my head, and for some reason I put Salvatore just because I had it pictured in my head.
He was a perpetual jobber too. Yeah. But no,
I don't know why I was thinking Jose Luis Rivera.
That's a great.
The mustache.
I'm doing so bad in this.
Yeah, when I was making this trivia and I had to come up with jobbers, I'm like, there's like 25 great ones, but these ones popped in my head. I thought.
Yeah, I mean, the coconut one obviously stands the test of time, but this one is underrated. Dude.
It's underrated.
That was such a funny segment.
It's hilarious.
The poor bastard. That was fucking great.
Guido, when I was young, my older brother told me a story about Andre. He said he was a Russian experiment gone wrong, and that's why he's so big. That dang liar. Yes, the myths continue. That might not, who knows? Maybe he was. We don't know.
You couldn't Google stuff back then, so you just believed all the stuff you heard on the bus and shit.
We couldn't fact check it.
You heard it from enough people.
Exactly.
It must be true.
Gotta be real.
You hear it from enough, it's true. If anything, he was a Russian experiment gone right. That's the positive spin on it, Steve Seville. You're absolutely right. He was a. You're
absolutely right. Oh, that's funny, dude.
Where are we at? Name the wrestler. Hot Rod.
All right, my favorite
the Road Warriors.
wrestling rumor was when the rumor was Hacksaw Jim Duggins and the Iron Sheik got caught getting high.
No, that's
a Burger King.
That's no
rumor. They got pulled over.
Pulled over on the New Jersey Turnpike.
Yeah,
it was in our newspapers.
With a bunch of coke,
Yeah.
Sheik
and you know why Vince suspended them? Not because they had coke, but because
they were driving
was
together.
A good guy.
Yeah.
They were supposed to hate each other, and they got in trouble because they broke the rules, man.
They broke kayfabe.
For USA and.
But no, Stogie guy, believe it or not, that's actually
that had
true.
to be a party then, man. Just where were they? Where were they going? Where did they come from? That was a good night.
Stogie guy, there's so much before and after that story that has to be told. And just imagine being in the back seat of that car.
They're both still around, man. They should get them together. And
yes, and talk about that
one ride, dude.
Do you think Iron Sheik could really put that story together right now, though, without
I think Hacksaw could,
without somehow blaming B. Brian Blair? It was
Hogan.
the B. Brian Blair. He set us up. But yeah, so it's funny. And my one friend, his dad worked the toll booth, and I don't know if this is true. This might be like the Andre experiment, but he said he saw them drive. He went through his toll booth that night, and they had all this beer in the car with them. So true or false, we'll never know. But Mr. Dugan, if you're out there, I believe you, buddy. Let's see where we're at now. All right, the rich get richer. The Warrior is now in the mix. The Warrior's in the mix. I was actually worried about how wrestling trivia night was going to be because I run a toys page, but we can do this all the time. This is pretty good. Getting a lot of people here playing. I like it.
All right, listen, I knew I had no chance of winning, but I knew this was going to be a blast.
It's
so
a good
I was
one.
Not missing it.
I'm
Stogie
totally
guy, I was
wearing
excited about this one.
I totally should have worn a jobber shirt because I'm pretty sure I'm at the bottom. And I'm gonna stay.
That was
there.
me last week, bro. Now you feel my pain.
80s TV, man.
A rough week.
All right.
I'm at like Doink the Clown level right now.
Well, the good news is they only show the
Very
top
hard.
5. So in my mind, you're all number 6. You're all right there.
There you go.
Even if you're number 12. I put another Jake the Snake question. I guess I had Jake the Snake on my mind. Which of these wrestlers are not related to Jake the Snake Roberts? Which of these wrestlers are not related? So if you just watch the Dark Side of the Ring, you're going to know the other three because, man.
That is a Road Warriors question.
Oh, shit. What team did the Road Warriors battle on the scaffold? Sorry.
I'm glad you read.
Oh, dude. I hope I got this one.
What team did the Road Warriors battle on the scaffold? How did I miss? Oh, it's at the top. Friggin' page. Midnight Express.
I'm threatening to crawl out of the basement.
Is this where Cornette blew his ass out?
His knees.
Yes. I think so. Yes.
His knees. He killed his knees when he had to drop. But yeah, what a great concept. I mean, the wrestling aspect of it was junk, but it was what a great concept. So the Midnight Express. I'm so sorry, guys. Yeah, I was. And the funny thing is, I almost wore my Road Warrior shirt. By the way,
I almost did too, man.
I got my 4 Horsemen on tonight. I figure
Ravishing,
go with the best. 4 Horsemen.
Damn it! I picked the Rock and Roll Express for some reason.
Yes, it was an express. Wrong train.
One of those expresses.
Wrong train.
Midnight Rider.
Some people picked the Koloffs. You know, they had a nice. One of my favorite feuds were the Road Warriors and the Koloffs when they had Dusty with them. But no, the Midnight Express. That was a good one. Simply Ravishing still in the lead. Lily, hey everyone, we just got home from Acme. Sorry, hey, you didn't miss tonight. We're still going. We're going strong. We're talking wrestling, so it's going. We're only up to question 18. Which, by the way, guys,
you're gonna have to give me an intermission soon, man.
18 is
dark show intermission.
All right. I'll tell you what. After number 20, we'll take a quick intermission.
That works for me.
Cool. Jake the Snake Roberts. In case you haven't heard, who's he not related to? Again.
Hey, we're sure this is the right one, right?
Again.
Yeah. There it is.
Guido, you got it. Midnight Express. Very good. Lily, wishing you all happy. You too. Happy Thanksgiving, Lily. Hope you.
Happy Thanksgiving, Lily. I don't know who you are, but that's a nice thing to say.
She's my one of my students' moms from way back in the day when I first started teaching. I'm still good friends with the family. And what a wonderful family they are.
Wow.
All voices.
I am out of 13th place.
The Red Rooster.
He's the cock of the walk.
Lily, you know what? When pro wrestling gets going and the group that we have, especially me, oh, shut up. It's hard. I'm so excited about tonight. So excited. No, actually, he's related to Sam Houston, Rockin' Robin, and Grizzly Smith. Grizzly Smith turns out horrible human being.
Just a bad person altogether.
Just a really bad person. Terry Taylor, Steve Seville said it. Very good. Very good. Way back. Yes, way back. Let's see where we're at after that. All right, the Warrior's back in 5th. Climbing on up. Wait, Brian, are you the Warrior?
Nah, I'm all the way down to 7th place, man.
Who's the Warrior?
I'm the Warrior.
Captain.
Oh, Captain. Captain's the Warrior.
Hey.
You got it. Captain.
I was going to do Ultimate Warrior, but it was too long.
Yeah, I couldn't fit Ravishing,
Bastard
so
cahoots.
I got real cool slang with it.
Simply Ravishing. No, I like it. Where are we at? Oh, this one's kind of easy, I think. What was the name of Dave Hebner's evil twin?
Huh.
What was the name of Dave Hebner's evil twin?
Oh, Hebner.
There he is. Once again,
I recognize that guy.
Once again, please do not say the answers out loud. We are
the evil twin who stuck around for another 20 years.
He was so bad that they kept him.
Yeah. They just loved him so much. The evil twin, still there.
10 people. Very good. Earl Hebner, not Dean Hebner, not Hank Hebner.
I think Dick Hebner would have been a great name.
Dick Hebner. They should have just renamed him Dick Hebner.
He's the bad ref.
What a dick Hebner.
Oh, here comes that dick again.
There's that dick. Yeah, every time he comes out. Oops, that dick again. Simply Ravishing. Very good. You're still in the lead. Shooting at the walls of heartache. Bang, bang. I am the Warrior. We're 80s music night managed to creep in.
Popped up on the wrong night.
Do I have
Earl,
fans?
Stephen
Do I
Earl.
have fans? on
Very
YouTube?
good.
It's dangerously close to coloring this whole night bad.
Color Me Bad made it too. Where are we at now? Oh, name the wrestler. It's going to It's going to slowly pop up, hopefully. Unlike that Moondog Spot who just popped up.
Yeah.
He was on here.
Monster Man.
I might have gotten this one wrong.
Oh yeah, I think we completely
Jack,
lost
this was a good one, man.
That was a very good one.
That was tough until the very end.
I picked certain boxes to come up to make you think it was
because
the
you
other
wanted
guys.
to pick it. You wanted to pick Adonis, man, and then
I did pick Adonis.
Oh man,
flamboyant like Adonis, feathers like Jesse. So I was a boa. So I was wondering.
Yeah.
So good job. You got exotic Adrian Street.
Was a good one.
Yeah, what a wrestler! Didn't see him much growing up, other than magazines, to be honest, because of our area.
No,
but just intriguing to me. Just like, and the way, beside the way he dressed, he's supposedly like one of the baddest ass wrestlers. Like, could really kick the shit. He's one of those British guys that come up and just beat the shit out of you and tie you up and make you hurt. But dressed up like adorable Adrian. Pretty much.
Boy George's cousin.
Boy George, yeah. That's what he's going for, the whole Gorgeous George thing. Even with the Miss Linda Valet and all that sort of stuff. Pretty cool. All right, Simply Ravishing. Didn't fool you again. What do we got coming up next? Oh, that was it. That was 20. Do you need a pee break? Does everybody need a pee break? You want to go? You want to take a 2-minute break?
Take a quick one.
2 minutes.
Smoke them if you got them.
Smoke if you got him.
Now, during this time, I'm going to address the audience and say, please hit that subscribe button. And when you get done this, watch it again. Watch it 5 times.
And again.
Share it to all of your family members. Oh, you know what? I always forget? Hit that like button. See that little thumbs up down there? While we're taking a nice little break.
Did you watch YouTube videos on repeat?
On repeat? You can loop them. You can hit. Side note. Good point, Captain Stubing. You can put one of my playlists on and hit loop, and it'll play the whole playlist over and over again. And the beauty of computers is you can mute me, you can turn the screen away, you don't even have to look or hear about me. You can just help a brother out and let that shit loop to loop.
I can just turn it on and go to bed.
Turn it on and go to bed.
Yep. Like, this guy gets a lot of views at like 3 a.m. That's crazy.
My prime time. That's when we talk about big mountains. Look, I waited right till I waited right till he's getting a drink to say that. I hit the like button. I always forget. You know what, Lily? It's funny because all the YouTube I watch, I hit the like, subscribe. I never got, but now I'm so cognizant of that I do it all the time. I try to do that to other pages now, because before I was the same way. I always forgot. But if you can remember, hit that like button. It helps me with the algorithm. More people see it. But yeah, if you can run that playlist, that would be awesome too. I just need a couple hundred. You need to get up to 4,000 hours. Almost there. Almost. A few weeks. Couple weeks at most. That's what I'm hoping. That Dukes of Hazzard video coming out soon. Be sure to tune in. All right, is everybody back? Oh, we're missing Santa. Santa's not back yet. Let's see who else we're missing. The Luchador, he's there. 5 count, Stogie Guy, and Mike. You don't have a picture. Are you guys there though?
He went to his break with the mask, and he came back from the break with the mask.
He wore the mask. He wore the mask in the bathroom. Part. Stogie Guy, are you still there? Are you back?
Dedication.
I just got back myself.
Excellent. 5 count. Are you in the house? I don't want to do it.
Waiting on 5 count.
I don't want to do it the 5 count because he's second. It would really screw him. I didn't keep track of the time though.
He's got me doubled up, so go ahead.
Mike's Galaxy. Are you in the house?
I think that's his other device, right? He didn't.
That's a check.
I think.
Oh, okay. So 5 count. We'll give 5 count. What do you say? 30 seconds.
30 count to get back in the ring.
Yeah, you got a 30 count, 5 count. Only because we're live on YouTube, and I just watched my viewers go from 14 to 12.
So they back up though. Back up.
Hey,
I see 15 on my end here.
I see 16. Yep.
Hey, now
Lily says, so if we rewatch, you get the hours. You'll get the hours. Absolutely. If like I have playlists
I just watch
that
the
you can
playlist.
hit, and if you just let the playlist go, it helps me so much. Yeah. So if
You know what's funny is like I've been with you since day one on YouTube, and just when I came back from Philly, you posted the video of the He-Man, or the the Stretch Armstrong, and there was videos in there I didn't even know were there. So like there's still a bunch of content in there that I watched. I was like, oh, like the toy fair and stuff like that.
You didn't see that before.
I never saw it. I didn't even know it was up there. So I'm like, you gotta check, man.
Yeah, check.
'Cause I don't get the notifications all the time.
And you have your little notification bell on and everything.
I do, but they turn off wherever. Like it's either not even just your page. Other pages will do that.
They
as
just
well.
do it sometimes.
Yeah, but I just keep checking, and I found some stuff I
Cool.
liked, and I'm like,
Thank
dude,
you.
you didn't tell me you went to a friggin' toy fair. Like,
yeah, that's right.
I
We
went
did have
down.
that conversation. Yeah.
Also, something that helps with recommendations and the algorithms. Hit some comments. Make sure you hit like. The comments are so important.
Let me tell
as
people
far
that
as the
too, yeah.
algorithms and getting those notifications.
Every time we do a trivia or something, or I do any video, Stogie Guy makes a comment on it, and it helps so much. It does help with the algorithm. So if you guys could leave comments too, that would be great. Even if it's like, hey, jerk off. No, don't write that. But, whatever. It helps. So, Stogie, I thank you so much because you do, like, every single time. A few of you do, actually. So I really appreciate that. I appreciate everything you guys do. I really do. We're almost there. We're almost to the promise.
I've researched a lot of what happens that helps boost you on YouTube. So that's why, that's why I always do it, and that's why I tell others it's really going to help out this channel if you leave a comment. If you're watching even the live streamers, after this is over, go on the regular comments and hit a comment. Just say hello, say you had fun, whatever it is. It's going to help this channel out tremendously.
Because the chat's different than the comments. So when it gets done and this comes, or any video, Dukes Hatter, whatever videos I do, the actual comments, so not the live stuff. The live stuff's great because we all get to talk. But afterwards, if you can leave a comment, that's awesome. And thank you, Stogie Guy, for doing the research, because I'm over here researching how to talk about Stretch Armstrong and stuff, and I'm missing all these other things I should be researching. I'm over here, I'm like, so who was Roscoe's dog? I'm sitting here doing that. So thank you for doing that for me and helping me out. I appreciate it tremendously.
Yeah, look, that would be a Christmas present to Jack. If we all do that, we're gonna boost him up, and he'll hit his 4,000 hours
in no time.
I mean, the content is solid every time you put something out, and your videos have just gotten better. So, hey, man,
I feel like I'm learning every video I do. I feel like I'm getting a little better with every video.
But you're probably getting more comfortable with, with editing and all that stuff. You're doing well.
Yeah. It doesn't take me 8 days to do a 10-minute clip anymore. Thank God. It only takes me 5 days, but no. You know what? Just a quick note. Another thing I plan. You guys saw the Stretch Armstrong video. My dad got in a fight with Macho Man at Spectrum Wrestling. I'm going to do remember that on Prism? I have video of that. I'm going to give it the Stretch Armstrong treatment, the same exact way I did Stretch Armstrong. That's my next one, because I think I got some good ideas for that. The video doesn't even need me. It's solid all by itself. But
wait, so you got a video of that, or your dad?
It was on. There's a station here that was called Prism. It's like HBO, and they would show Spectrum Wrestling every month. So whenever I went, the next day or whenever they played it, you would see me and my mom in the front row, and sometimes my dad would go as too. That there's a video of my dad fighting with the Macho Man, and
that just made my night.
It's the funniest video ever because my dad's like right in his face, and it lasts for a good amount of time. It's a great video. So that's coming up. So
I remember watching that like Sunday morning, like
you're like, that's Ron. Church. You're like, that's Ron.
We were like,
oh my God. It was great shit. So comment and like, ladies and gents. Thank you, Die by the Sword. Steve Seville, start generating some of that heat, Medlock. You need barbershop window. Yeah, I need a barbershop
window.
I
do got a quick question for you, though.
Surely.
When you went to those shows, did they usually put like the World Championship match in the middle of the card?
I'll tell you what they did. Sometimes if it was Hogan, they did because he wanted to hit the road and get out of there a little early. That son of a bitch. But no, a lot of times like it would depend. Sometimes the main event would be like Piper and Snuka, and you'd be like, that's the one I want to see, even though Hogan was fighting maybe Stud earlier or something. But yes, sometimes they would throw Hogan. I read that before because he kind of wanted to get out of there. I had a schedule because it wasn't Madison Square Garden, I guess. But no, yeah, it was awesome. And me and my mom's on here. We went every single month. And what we would do is we would get there early. We would go in and we had front row seats and we'd say, can we have these again? And they would give us front row, sometimes second row. And those were the bad months. Just a little spoiled brat. But every month, it wasn't like we had a lot. We weren't rich or anything, but we found a system where we would just keep going back, and they would just keep giving us the same tickets. For like $15-$20, I think they were, right, Mom? If you're listening, I forget how much the tickets were a piece, but I think somewhere probably around 20. Now to sit in the front row to a Raw, it's ridiculous. You can't take your kid. You can't even do it.
No, you can't. You can barely take your kid for anything else.
Nothing. You can't even like the 200 levels of it's. Oh man! Yeah. But back in the day,
imagine it being that simple again, man. Damn.
It was so simple, and we would get there early. We would watch the wrestlers come in their cars and drive down the ramp, and then when we left, they would leave coming up the ramp, and we'd bang on the windows and say hi to them. My mom actually, we were leaving one time. We were in our car and we saw Mr. T leave in a limo, and I was like, "Mom, come on, can we please follow him?" We followed him through some of the most dangerous areas of Philadelphia that night, and eventually my mom had to turn around. She said, didn't cost that much. Good old days. She had to. We had to leave. Because eventually, I know what it was. I think we hit a red light, and to get away from us, he just kept going through the red light. And my mom is like, we're in like West Philly right now. Let's not go through this red light. But yeah, we were following Mr. T. It was a good times. Absolute best times. One more story. One time we left, and we're walking out to our car. And usually the wrestlers came from the garage, out of their cars. Side by side, walking out in the parking lot was Iron Mike Sharp with us. And it was the saddest thing. It was just sad to me. Like, as a kid, everybody's yelling at him, you suck, you lost again. And I was sitting there, I'm like, this guy's parked next to my mom's Ford Escort. That's the real situation right now. I'm like, why? What's happening? I wanted to go buy an Iron Mike Sharp shirt. I felt so bad for the guy.
That's why they called him Ham and Eggers, remember?
Yes, he used to call him Ham and Eggers.
Yeah, had enough to pay for gas, just not a nice car.
Oh God, that's good.
You know what? All this wrestling talk, we lost like 3 people. We better continue with the youth. I'm so sorry.
Catch up.
I get carried away. I apologize, but those were great times. So all right, so I don't even know where we're at. Did we? Oh, we did Adrian Street. Okay.
Yes.
Before becoming adorable, who did Adrian Adonis hold the WWF Tag Team belts, and they were known as the North-South Connection? Make sure you're still in Kahoot before I put this back in, because it could, if we take too long of a break, it might log you out. So just make sure you're in the Kahoot, and I'm going to go. So who was known as the North-South Connection, and who held the belt with Adrian Adonis? Here we go.
Who was that?
Even the bands back then, Lily, you're right. Like, it was like, you can't afford to do anything anymore. You got to take out a second mortgage to go see a concert. The sad story of Iron Mike Sharp, yes. My mom said, thank God he stopped. Yeah.
That's Canada's greatest athlete.
Oh, I thought that was...
Now I tried to trick you with Jesse the Body, because Jesse the Body. If you put Jesse the Body, you probably remember they held the AWA title together at one point.
Yes.
Yep. So I pulled a little swerve.
Man, that just knocked me out. I'm done now.
Not necessarily, because this is a special trivia edition. It's not 25 questions. It's 30 questions. Did I mention that earlier? I don't think I did. Let's see where we're at now. Sean, you did it again. And Fred, you're making your way up. Mad Mike, Warrior. Good job, everybody. Let's see. So, this one's kind of easy. Which wrestler died in Puerto Rico from being stabbed backstage in the showers? Which wrestler got stabbed backstage in the showers?
Rowdy Roddy.
All right, listen, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to mute you because you keep saying the answers out loud.
Crappy.
Oh, I missed.
You missed it, Brian?
No, I got this one. I misclicked the other one. I'm like, ah.
Oh. Yeah, no, all these guys were murdered. But
Yeah,
it was Bruiser.
who was it? It was Cologne, right?
That was the owner. That was the owner of the promotion. Who remembers the name of the guy who actually got him?
Jesse Barr or Art Barr?
Joe Gomez.
What's that? Invader number 1.
Joe.
Was it number 1 or yeah?
It was like Jesse Barr. Art
He
Barr.
tried to say it was number 2. No,
Joe Gomez?
Jose Gonzalez.
Oh, that,
Yeah, Jose Gonzalez. Close, Fred, though. Bonus
his
points.
tag team partner was the Barr.
Man, when Teddy Atlas talked about
You're right. The tag
night-
team partner. I'm sorry.
Crazy.
What's that? What's that? Simply Ravishing.
Oh, yeah, you guys were talking about what happened that night, but I think it was probably like the first season of Dark Side of the Ring when they had Teddy Atlas talking about
Tony
it.
Atlas, yes.
Or Tony, I'm sorry, Teddy. I'm thinking boxing. But yeah, Tony was talking about it, and I've never seen him so just like dialed in because he saw everything, and they didn't want him in Puerto Rico to tell his story. It was really crazy.
It was so shady how, a lot of the wrestlers, they were afraid. They didn't want to testify or do it. They kind of just ignored the court summons, but. So I don't know how much Tony Atlas changed over the years as far as his story, but as of now he's sticking to he wanted to help. But I don't know, like those guys, I don't know. I think Tony Atlas was one of the ones that actually did stick up and wanted to do something. But it's a crazy ass story.
It was just too many guys trying to keep quiet, man.
Yeah, and that guy now, he walked and he's living the life in Puerto Rico still, is what I understand. Like.
I think it was Ric Flair who told that guy's backstory. Something had happened to him and his family recently before that. So he was just distraught as it was. And then
and Bruiser Brody was rough on guys backstage and stuff like that. And this guy couldn't handle the
lost
ribbing, as they call it. But a little more than ribbing with Bruiser Brody. I think he was a little tough on guys. But one of my greatest regrets is I wish WrestleMania 2 was Brody versus Hogan. That would have been... That was supposed to happen, but that would have been monumental.
And knowing Brody, I've seen Brody in a cage before. He'll no-sell the shit out of your stuff.
He did it to Luger in the cage. Yeah, he did it to Lex Luger. Imagine if he just went there and said, Hogan, you're not winning tonight.
Nah, unless you can really knock me over.
I would love it. Yeah, great. But yeah, Bruiser Brody, one of the greats.
WrestleMania 2 would have been 10 times better.
Yeah.
With that main event.
Man, I love Bundy
that
too,
main
though.
event. I think about it to this day, and I didn't know that was a possibility as a kid because we weren't privy to that.
Yeah.
But when I heard later on that was a possibility, I'm like, listen, I love Bundy, but Bruiser Brody versus that would have been unbelievable.
Yeah, that would have been sick.
Invader number 1, it was So how about referees? I'm back on referees again. Which crooked referee eventually became a wrestler and joined the Hart Foundation? Hey, Jill, what's happening? Jill's in the house. I don't know if you've been here. I didn't notice your name earlier, but hopefully the teaching world's treating you good.
You know what's funny is something popped up on Facebook today that showed a video of this guy making his entrance.
He was so cocky and obnoxious.
Yes.
I hated him as a kid. Like, I really did. And I usually root it for a lot of heels, but he really bothered me. You'll notice Dick Worley's on here. Brian's buddy I didn't know about. So
I thought I told you that way back when.
You might have.
Yeah.
I'm getting old. I got all this wrestling in my brain. I can't remember like real life stories anymore. Simply Ravishing, very good. You're up to 20,000 now. Very seldom do we see 20,000 in the game, so we're getting up there. Where are we at? Who died in Puerto Rico? Crooked referee. Which manager carried a tennis racket? Which manager carried a tennis racket?
John McEnroe.
I was about ready to say that.
He would have been a great wrestler, or a manager at least, yeah. Few of you got Brody. Good job, good job. And sometimes I like to put pictures up to screw you. Some of you put Sir Oliver Humperdinck. Actually, Jim Cornette played the spoiled rich brat. What a great manager. The guy's a little loony. Don't get me wrong, but
I love him.
I thought
He does have some points, though.
I love the
with
guy.
new stuff.
he has a lot of great points. The guy knows wrestling inside and
dig
out.
it. Definitely dig his shit.
Yeah, I do too.
He just doesn't need to be so negative about, I mean, you may not like the new stuff and how it, with all the smart marks and all that
Yes.
stuff, but you don't have to be so negative about it.
You
But
mean, you mean Cornette?
yeah.
I think
it takes away from his brilliance.
Yeah,
He cut a promo too. So
Oh,
good.
Yeah, yes, he could.
When he was
he
doing
talks
those
some
promos
shit.
about wrestling, like Hulk Hogan and stuff, that was so good.
He's just like real passionate, man, and I don't
He
think
is.
he pulls any punches. And he's not. He doesn't lie. He doesn't just give you
No, that's who
bullshit.
he is. That's him.
Yeah, it's just,
Yeah.
he tells you how it was.
I think a lot of those older guys are a little upset with the way it is now. I mean, as a fan, I am. So I can't even imagine when you're part of it. And like you said, you don't have to be completely, but the negativity does not help. I agree, Ian. It doesn't help. More of those, and it's funny. Like at Ring of Honor went around here, he was actually part of that. So I met him over here, and he was really passionate about that too, because that was a different type of wrestling going on at the time.
That was more up his style.
Yeah, it was more ECW
Actual
type.
wrestling.
Like it was more. Yeah, it was more wrestling. It was.
That's what he cares about.
Yep.
Wrestling.
And he also has trouble when he's in the drive-thru. I don't know if you ever saw that video.
That was great.
Jesus God.
It was like a Wendy's, wasn't it?
He loses his shit like nobody's business.
God forbid if he ever has to go through a drive-through with Ken Patera.
The two of them would never make it out alive. Yeah.
To bring Haku with him.
Oh, throw Haku in there. Yeah. So, which manager tennis racket? Name the wrestler. Here we go. Here's another guy. Another weirdo popping up slowly but surely. And by weirdo, I mean awesome. Bizarre. He looks as surprised as you. He looks shocked.
The Shock Master.
The shock man. Oh, why didn't I put that on tonight? Damn it.
Let's go.
Kendo Nagasaki. Wow.
Ooh,
I
dang.
thought I might
All
get
right.
some of you at Kabuki because they kind of had the same type of deal
I
going
almost
on.
went Kabuki, but then I seen the kendo stick in his hand.
Well, the kendo stick was a giveaway. I probably should have blurred that out. Hindsight
That's the only
2020.
one I got.
That's the only reason why I got it.
But yeah, Kendo Nagasaki, another so British wrestler playing a Japanese samurai.
Look like John Lithgow.
Yeah, it did look like him. That's
That guy's got more range than Robert Downey Jr.
So we're a little bit closer. 5 count. You got the Ravishing one a little bit on that one. That was a tough one though. Name the wrestler. All right. Which of these tag teams never held the WWF tag team belt? Which of these tag teams never held the belt? I don't even know that picture. Oh, I get it now. I get it because of the answers. I was like, what?
Oh, yeah.
Might have gotten this one wrong too, man.
I think I'm pretty. Yeah, I was pretty confident.
Powers
on
of
that
Pain. Yeah. Let's see. Sheiky Baby and Volkov. They beat the U.S. Express, who beat Adonis and Murdoch. So it's all coming full circle.
All coming together.
Then Sheiky Baby lost it back to the U.S. Express. U.S. Express then lost it to the Dream Team, which I was at the Spectrum. I think it was the only title change I saw. I started getting used to people not. I started getting used to titles not changing at the Spectrum. Everything happened at Madison Square Garden, but that night there was a title change. Beefcake. They shoved the cigar in Barry Windham's eye, Valiant cigar, and then they pinned him. And my dad said, "I told you it's fake." I said, "What are you talking about?" He's like, "No smoking in the Spectrum. If I'm not allowed to smoke, neither is that dandy blonde-haired guy over there."
And then the Dream Team lost to the Bulldogs at WrestleMania 2.
Then the Dream Team lost to the Bulldogs, and I put the Powers of Pain in there because they not that they could have won. I went to WrestleMania 5, and that was when they were wrestling Demolition, but they had Fuji in their corner, so I don't know if that would have been a legitimate title. I can't remember that, but Powers of Pain never officially won.
Here's another one. The Killer Bees. They never held the title, right?
I almost put them in
Oh,
here.
they did.
I almost put the Killer Bees in, but no, they never had the belt. The Killer Bees.
The Rockers
I
also.
was expecting them to be the answer.
Yeah,
Yo,
big dark match or
five
something.
count. I almost put the Rockers in here, but I didn't want a technicality to cause.
Yeah, that's
a
where I
loss
thought you
here.
were going with it too.
But yeah,
That's right. Actually, yep.
They won it, but then they said the ring rope broke and
Yeah.
Stupid shit. I watched that
so
match.
dumb.
I saw that ring rope. It's fine.
Yeah.
Like it got a little saggy, then they fix it. It's fine. Let the match go on. Let's see.
It's probably a little bit of Bret's politics too, if we're being honest.
I think it's a lot of.
I think it was.
I think
Well,
that's
screw
exactly what
job.
it was.
Spectrum screw
HBK
job.
was a headache even back then.
Yep.
And
terrible.
Yeah. But no, the Rockers should have. It would have been nice for them to have a title run. Powers of Pain, Man the Bulldog, one of my favorite tag. They were awesome, fantastic tag team.
Yeah.
It's a shame because they might have had it even longer. But you remember towards the end, poor Dynamite Kid had to be carried in the ring just to lose that match. He had to be carried into the ring and everything. And
Yep.
it was a shame. And then he had to pretend like he was knocked unconscious for like 3 hours on the outside while the match went on. But so 5 count, you're back. You're back in the lead. This is a heated competition. And we have 4 questions left. Who was Vince McMahon and sometimes Mean Gene's co-host of the WWF talk show Tuesday Night Titans? Who was the co-host of Tuesday Night Titans with Vince McMahon? And I don't want to leave out Mean Gene because he hosted it sometimes too.
Oh shit.
Mean by God Gene.
Who was with them? The View.
Look at you, man. Look what you're doing right now.
Oh, dirty dog.
Look what you're doing right now.
Who's that? The Crypt Keeper?
He looks like the Crypt Keeper. Ventura.
Does.
Old Ventura looks like. Yoda put. Someone put Dream Team was the best. I'm like, oh, Yoda Muppets, and then it was Yoda Muppets that wrote it anyway. But yeah, I thought the Dream Team was awesome. Much better than Rhythm and Blues. Lord Alfred Hayes, very good. Just laughed the whole time. He was the Ed McMahon of the show.
He was such a cheese dick, dude. He really was. He was just obnoxious as hell.
Well, I forget whose book I read, but supposedly he liked to show that aspect of himself a lot.
He's a weird guy.
I think that was Rowdy Roddy Piper's book when he said that Lord Alfred used to, show. I think Roddy referred to it as his little Alfred, or I don't know.
I used to love Tuesday Night Titans, though.
It was great. It was great. They had the weirdest shit on there, and they had like a little crowd of like probably as many people as in this Zoom, and they're just like boo.
Like the Bozo show.
Dude, that was the best because they had the little LJN figures like set up right there on the table.
Yeah. I might watch that tonight, actually. So number 28, we got 3 questions left. What song did the wrestlers sing as a group on the first wrestling album? What song did they sing as a group on the first wrestling album? Good job, Steve. Lord Alfred Hayes, he said. I don't know why this came up. I don't know.
This is a guess.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was a slam dunk. You might have gotten it. Don't sell yourself short yet.
I don't think.
Land of a Thousand Dances.
Nope.
That's what I almost did. Son of a bitch.
Push your head like a pencil neck geek.
Wait, hold on a second.
Okay, and the reason why Land of a Thousand Dances got that particular picture up on the screen is because that's a Buddhist representation of the Senju canon, which is a 1,000-armed goddess of mercy. So
Jesus,
I at least got that answer for you.
Jesus Christ, S-word. I don't mean to use the Lord's name in vain, but
hey, you're Mr. Karaoke.
Stogie guy, do you hear this stuff coming out of him? That was phenomenal.
Rather impressive.
I know a lot of weird stuff. Unfortunately,
the
it's
word
not helping me here.
The word thousand.
Not shocking that Sword knew that.
Sword. The word thousand's what got that going. The word thousand is why that thing's there.
1,000-armed goddess of mercy is what's shown on that picture.
Yeah. Well, the fact that I didn't write goddess or mercy, I'm thinking they just went with it. All I had to do was write 1,000, and that thing popped up. That evil creature. Is it an evil creature or is it peaceful?
No, it's the
It gives you mercy.
$1,000 goddess of mercy.
It gives you mercy. It's nice.
Exactly.
All right. Well, that's good for all of us tonight. So if
She's
any of you are
actually
superstitious.
There's a character in my book that's named after her, which is how I knew that.
This is unreal. I love what we learn on 80s Trivia Night. Even Pro Wrestling Night. We're all learning stuff we can't believe. But Stogie Guy, do you have a problem with this? Stogie Guy likes to call out wrong answers. We Are the World? Does anybody want a picture right now? The pro wrestlers singing "We Are the World."
I told you the guess.
I was.
That would be brilliant. I wish that happened.
3 of them.
That would be great.
Lionel Richie, Michael Jackson, Bruce Springsteen, Bob Dylan,
Cyndi Lauper,
Cyndi Lauper, Freddie Blassie, Hulk Hogan, Hillbilly Jim. I want to see it.
And the cream of the crop of singing, Macho Man Randy Savage.
Macho Man,
hitting that high note that Cyndi Lauper hits in it. Yeah. I am so happy that 3 people put "We Are the World." I can't even tell you. All right,
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I personally want to hear the Ultimate Warriors part in that. That would be excellent.
Oh my God, it would be. You wouldn't even know.
He would be fired before the song ended.
The subtitles would just be garbled. They wouldn't even know what that was. Rick Rude,
Hogan.
Sean, you're back, buddy. You're in the lead.
Yeah.
We will now give you to the lyrics and the music of George the Animal Steel.
the sweet singing of George the Animal. So we got 2 questions left. This is it. It's all coming down. And if you 2 blow the 2 questions and Fred gets the 2 questions right, he wins the game too. So let's keep that in mind. I like.
Hang on. Is Simply Ravishing still here? I saw he got left just a second ago.
Whoa.
I don't know if his internet cut out.
Let me see.
Uh-oh.
Here he comes.
Okay.
That would Fred, you are officially the nicest guy in America. Because you could have pulled a real heel move right there and been like, I didn't notice he left. Was Sean gone?
Yeah. Hold on, man. I'm trying to get back in here.
Yeah,
I would have hit him with a coconut.
Bro, my entire connection just shit the bed.
Sean, Fred completely just saved you because I was going to keep going, and Fred, who was in 3rd place, right behind you, by the way, said, "Let's look out for Sean."
I think I'm in. Hold on, I just want to get this.
I'm sure you're in. I don't want anybody to get screwed.
Drop from Kahoot because that's going to mess up your score.
I got dropped from everything.
You're
in Kahoot.
Hold on, I can't even. Why can't I? God damn it!
All right, Sean, why don't you get in and at least see if you would have gotten the last 2?
Am I in this?
Yeah, I see you.
You're in Zoom.
Scoreboard.
But how come the scoreboard's so damn small? What the hell's going on?
This is a classic.
Here we go.
This is a classic pro wrestling match right here. At the very end.
So did I get the last one right that I answered?
You did.
I think so. Yeah.
Because I
Somebody
hit it, dude.
took a metal chair
then...
to Sean's internet.
Teddy Long just came out and said, "Guess what, Guess what, player?"
So I hit it right. So I hit the answer, and I'm like, I think I got it right. And then all of a sudden, everything starts doing that loading thing, and I'm like, damn, maybe Jack got knocked. I look at my TV because I got a streaming service on.
Sean, you got knocked out of Kahoot though, right?
No, I'm still in it, but that started doing that too.
Okay.
But I go upstairs because my girl and the kids are upstairs, and I'm like, who unplugged the modem? Because it's like they could hit it,
right?
And they're like, we swear, no, we didn't touch it. And I'm like, I don't believe none of you shits. And we'll figure this out.
I thought you were putting the
hey kids, the kendo stick's coming out later tonight.
Yeah, it's about to
get ready for the
Nagasaki's
kendo
coming.
Those poor kids.
They're out picking a switch off the tree.
Yeah, I'm about to, man.
They're getting their switch as we speak.
Dude,
if Sean doesn't win tonight, let's. I'm gonna call your brother PW3 and be like, listen, you got to go over there. He's gonna flip out.
No, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys waiting because I'm like,
Fred,
dude, I'm screwed.
Yo, Fred tuned us in, so yeah, thank you, Fred.
Fred, I appreciate it, man. I'm like, I'm screwed, man.
Yeah, if it was one of the kids, I bet you they get a championship belt tonight.
They're gonna get whipped
the hard way. So
they're getting the middle side.
Number 29 before Sean gets booted again.
I almost made a Benoit reference, but I refrained.
Well, you did now.
I almost went Adrian Peterson.
You just did. All right, number 29 before Sean gets canceled. Who was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion? Who was the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion?
That was a little nuts. Never a good title match without a swerve, you know?
Yeah, that's what happened at the end. That was exciting.
Holy crap.
Honky.
I'm just a honky tonk man.
Who you calling a honky?
That drove me crazy as a kid. I hated that wrestler.
And he just, you know what? And it worked.
Legitimately.
Yep.
Sword, it worked. Like he,
If you hate him, he
absolutely.
People really hated him. Like, and it was
worked.
crazy.
I cut my gums on learning how to appreciate heels with Honky Tonk Man.
Dude, the sad part is I like Pedro Morales. He wins the belt, and then I think next time I watch wrestling, he didn't have it no more. I'm like, what the hell?
What, Pedro Morales? Brian,
Yeah,
there's like 8 champions between Pedro Morales and Honky Tonk Man.
No, I'm saying how he won it and then he lost it, and I think he won it again or something.
Well, Pedro was the heavyweight champion too. He was Intercontinental and heavyweight.
Yeah.
But no,
He was the first Grand Slam.
What's that?
He was the first Grand Slam champion because he was a tag champion too.
He was a tag champion too. He did it all. But
Wait,
no, he
when
was.
did Pedro hold the world?
What's that?
When did Pedro hold the
Pedro
world?
beat Ivan Koloff after Ivan Koloff beat Bruno, but then Stan the Man Stasiak beat Pedro, and then Bruno came back and beat Stan, and then Superstar Billy Graham beat Bruno. So Pedro was supposed to be the man and he was the man for a while. He held it for a long time. Not like Bruno. Yeah. Bruno held it for 7 years and then 3 years. Like that's a long ass time to hold a championship. But no, Pedro had it for a while. Because he had a huge cultural thing up in New York where they were rooting for him, just like Bruno did with the Italians. Pedro, you're right though. 5 count. He had all 3 belts. Did it all. Yep. He did it all. And as far as the IC, I don't want to the question coming up. It might give something away. So anyway, So. Honky Tonk Man, he held it for a long time. Not like I said, Bruno was like 7 years. Honky Tonk Man was between a year or two though. It was over a year, which was a long time for the Intercontinental belt back then.
It still is.
Oh yeah.
Oh, still. Oh well, now the championship belt switches every 2 weeks, unless they give it to Brock Lesnar and he just leaves and doesn't defend it.
But even like in the 90s, man, Michaels had it for a while, then Razor, and then like
it's a good belt for that.
It would bounce, but it was usually for the workhorse guys. It was for the dudes who were putting on the best match usually.
Yeah, you got to figure it was Savage. Savage brought a lot. He brought everything to that belt. When he beat Tito and Boston, he just he brought a lot to it. But bigger things for Savage coming up. But then you had Steamboat, and then Honky Tonk. That was kind of like who was supposed to actually get the belt was Brutus Beefcake, and he got smacked. He got smacked in the face. He got. And that was the SummerSlam I was at because actually Kerry Von Erich came out and won the belt. And but Brutus was supposed. So a few guys, but that was probably Hogan's doing. He was probably like pushing for Brutus.
Yeah, Hogan definitely had it looking out for his boy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
You know damn well.
But and then Steamboat, they gave it to Honky Tonk Man to kind of like embarrass Steamboat a little bit because they were mad at Steamboat for choosing his family instead of you know what I mean. So and then they did it kind of like a joke. But then he was so good, he kept it for like over 400 days or some shit. I forget the exact number. So where are we at? This is the last one. This is exciting. It all comes down to this. This is why I didn't want to talk too much because the next one is about Intercontinental Championship. In the iconic photo of Jimmy Snuka atop the cage at Madison Square Garden 1983, everybody knows the photo. Jimmy Snuka's on top of the cage. Who's he about to Superfly, though? Who's on the bottom? And Mick Foley was there. Mick Foley was at this match. He writes about it in his book.
Yeah.
Didn't he like hitchhike from Long Island?
He hitchhiked to go there, and this is what turned him on to no end. Yeah. There was only one perfect champ. Yeah. So who was he about to splash with that big Superfly?
Superfly.
Yes, sir.
Don Morocco.
I misclicked. Son of a bitch. But
Ooh, Stogie guy got it wrong.
I almost put Bob Backlund on there because Bob Backlund and Snuka had some classic cage matches at the Garden, so I didn't want a technicality, so I left Backlund out of it. I thought he would have been a good swerve, though, to get you guys, but I didn't do it. I thought I did until I just looked at the answers, to be honest with you. But Greg Valentine, Pedro, Ken Patera, all great. All these guys were Intercontinental champions at some point, but it was Don the Rock Morocco. You know
Morocco could cut some of the best promos.
The best. Do you remember when he ate the sandwich on the side of the ring?
Yes.
That was hilarious. In the middle of the match, he's over grabbing giant bites of unbelievable. And remember, hey, how about him and Fuji Vice?
Fuji Vice.
Oh, that was great.
Good shit, man. Let's see where we're at. Did Sean blow it? Did he get the last one wrong? Let's see.
I think he did.
Fred, great showing. 26 out of 30. 5 count. Also, awesome showing. 26. But with 27 out of 30. Sean, I doubted you due to your youth. And it was impressive. Fantastic. Great job.
I think he should be tested.
He's got a belt. He's got a belt ready and everything. Good job, everybody. That was a fun night. We're going to do this again.
I have a question.
Yeah.
Do you think it'd be good for the WWE to go back to original Elimination Chamber match like they did with the Abdullah the Butcher? You remember that in WCW?
Oh, with the original ones that they had.
The horror, the Chamber of Horrors.
Yeah, you think it'd be a good idea for WWE to do that to get the crowd back?
Man, I think they gotta do something, buddy. I don't know. But you know what the first thing they gotta do? They gotta start beating up guys that come from over the railing. That's step one. I want to see some guys get beat down, and then put him in the chamber, and slowly let wrestlers. I got a better match. Put him up at the top of the chamber and let him watch as the wrestlers climb to get to the top of the Tower of Doom, and anticipate his ass getting beat.
Who's that wrestler
That'll
who said he died in the ring there? What was his name? Monsoon what? Or something?
Who's that? Gorilla Monsoon?
No, the guy who died in the ring, he said.
Moondog Spot. Larry Latham.
Moondog Spot.
Yeah.
Moondog Spot.
Oh, my God. Tonight on Faces of Death. Yeah, oh, my God.
I'm going to check that out, yeah.
It's like, I knew people were going to be looking it up tonight. It creeps me out when I see it. He's just sitting there.
Oh, wow.
It's horrible. Well, on that note. But I don't know, Frank. I don't know what'll bring it back. It's hard. It's kind of hard to bring. I don't know. Especially when they're dropping all their guys. AEW is pretty good though. I need to start watching that more.
Yeah, it is. It's pretty good.
I've become a lazy wrestling fan. I sit around watching old 80s wrestling all the time.
That's literally what I do at work. I work from home.
Yeah.
And I just put my phone on and just have the network in the background, and it's either that or podcasts.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Like the old TBS shows, the old NWA TBS Crockett shows.
Yeah.
I can watch that over and over. It reminds me of such good times. Weedo, thank you very much. Weedo also says congratulations to the Ravishing one. Guys in the Zoom, great job. Thank you for coming. And
a good turnout, man.
Yeah, it was a great turnout. I hope you guys, if you like 80s, maybe you'll come back for. You know what? The next one we're doing is He-Man. I don't know how many He-Man Masters Universe because I am a toy page.
Oh, that'll be awesome.
So
I'll help host it.
I'll have to start watching up on that then.
Yeah, so if you guys want to come back for that, that'll be the next one. And I think I'm probably going to do it in 2 weeks because I really got to start making some videos in the next week or two. But Fred Cheney says best tournament. Yes, it's going to be a good one. What's that, Frank?
Did I miss the Dukes of Hazzard trivia?
No. Do you want a trivia for that too?
Oh, that'd be great because I know all about that.
Okay, I can do that. I don't know shit about Dukes of Hazzard, but I will look up. Yeah, like this wrestling one. I'm watching like I don't even know Seinfeld, and I'm just coming up with this like Dukes of Hazzard. I'm gonna have to put a lot of work in for that one because I don't know shit, but I will do that. I'll make one. But yeah, we got 80s TV, 80s movies. We do this a lot. Frank, where did you hear about this tonight? Just out of curiosity.
I was on Facebook and it said trivia wrestling and it said podcast. It said join tonight, so I joined.
So are you on my 80s toy page? 80s toys.
I am now.
You are now, but you weren't. So
No.
you must have gotten it from the Baxter's Wrestling page, mate. I don't know.
I'm not from the Baxters either. I just found trivia and
You found it. That's
joined
awesome.
The way you found it, that's great.
We're
dude.
getting out there. I love it. Yeah. No, tonight was a pretty good showing. I was looking at the viewers at the night went on. Went pretty good. Steve Seville says, very impressive, Sean. Yoda Muppets, great. It says, congratulations, Sean. So that's good, guys, man. But we ran way over. We usually don't go this late, so I'm sorry for keeping everybody up so late, but I had to do 30 questions. It had to be done.
All good.
It was worth it.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
It was worth it for sure.
Let me
It
know
was
next
one of
time,
the
Sean.
more entertaining trivia nights ever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
guys, if anybody's new here, by the way, I don't know if you guys joined 80s Toys from My Attic.
Yep.
The page or the group. Join the group, because my page has like 45,000, and surprisingly, that's not the one I use because it sucks. There's not a lot of reach. The group only has about 14,000. So if you find the group and join that. That's the main one you want to be in. You'll hear about all the trivia nights, and if you want to get really deep, you can go to 80s Toys from My Attic Trivia Night. There's a private group with that. There's only 41 of us in there, so we could use some of us in that. Guido says, let's guess how short Daisy Duke's shorts were. Damn, you just ruined the last question of the night. Spoiler alert. No, I wouldn't even know that. But yeah, so make sure you join that. Hit subscribe on the YouTube channel. Hit like, comment, watch the videos, do everything. Like you don't have things to do in your own lives. But if you can find time, I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, guys, have a good night. And Sean, congratulations again. You did great.
Man.
And 5 count. 5 count and Fred, both of you. Awesome jobs too.
Hey, Fred, what you did tonight was a stand-up thing, and I won't forget it.
For sure.
Well,
you
wanted
know
to make sure we had an honest, no contest.
It was a stand-up thing, and I won't forget it.
He's a true luchador, and I'm waiting for Fred to do a heel turn in a week or two and completely screw Sean over in a way we've never imagined. I can't wait.
I'll sell the shit out of it. I'll sell it. You earned it. Not bad for a kid born in 1989.
Not bad at all. I'm impressed. Just like Steve with the music. I am thoroughly impressed because
it's
shit.
I was going into junior high at the time. Fucking A.
Yeah. I mean, living through this, like, it was my life, Sean. I'm sure it was for you for the 90s wrestling growing up. This was my life. So this stuff is in my brain because it was my life. You got all this from watching old footage over the years, and your older brother probably talking. So I'm truly impressed. I am
just from being a fan. And guys, just remember, this will be the only goddamn trivia I ever win on this page.
That's a fact. That's he's not lying about that.
I'll hang tough, and we'll keep them going.
Yeah, but Sean, I got one more thing. Steve just says they just built a tag team friendship. I think he meant you and Fred. You're allies now. So if we ever do a Kahoot, where there's teams, you know what team I want? I want Steve. I want you with Simply Ravishing because you're the 90s guys. You're like the underdog 90s guys.
No, I need the old vet in my corner. I need a Fred.
You need a Fred.
In my corner.
But then Steve gets mad when you don't pick him, and he comes in and boom, chair shot. Something will happen. I don't know. I'm trying to set controversy. But
all right, and I nominate Brian and Alex as the Jersey Bulldogs.
Wait, who's with Brian?
Brian and Alex. His brother's name is Alex.
Brian and Andy.
Andy.
That would be hilarious.
Strongman Andy from the Stretch Armstrong. Yeah. Yeah, Brian and Andy. We got the Elliott brothers, and if they don't both show up, S word is you guys are like the Freebirds actually. You got the Freebird rule. Any two of you can defend the belt. Any two of you.
Hey, and you guys with tag teams for 3 months would be tag teams, and after that, we have a lethal robbery. They only have a battle royal to win the belt.
I like the storyline. Steve says,
all right, I'll be hiding under the ring for that border battle royal.
Starting now. Mom, happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to my mom. Thank you, Mom. My mom says good night to everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving,
Miss Medlock. Congrats to the champ and to the runner-ups.
And at this point, I'm just sucking up, leeching up hours at this moment right now, saying Happy Thanksgiving with 8 viewers. Thanks for watching, 8 viewers. Anybody else want to wish a happy? No, I'm just kidding. That's it. We got to go to bed, everybody. But I'll be in touch tomorrow with all of you via the page. And thank you so much again. Have a good night. And don't forget to comment like Stogie Guy does. Master commenter.
Oh.